everybody. Pardon me, I have a burp trapped in my throat. My name is Kazm, Vulfhart, aka King Kazm, whatever you want to call me, and welcome back to Pokémon Blue the Nuzlocke. We're still in Silph Co. No. I forgot to drop off Biscuit. Stop. Stop trying to do things. Now face this guy off. Where's the teleporter I'm looking for? Okay, I need to go to floor 9. I have a theory. What was everyone's least favorite decision that Game Freak has done between generations? I know that a big one for a lot of people was the Galar in between Alola and Galar, Gen 7 and Gen 8. People weren't happy that there were a lot of Pokemon that weren't making it into the game. Which is a fair argument and fair irritation. But I want to remind everybody that Game Freak did that a long time ago. Oh wait, I already fought that guy. Like a very long time ago. This should be the floor I want. Because of Gen 5. Yes! That lady heals us, which is great. And this is the way I need to go. But I'm not going to go yet. I'm going to fight as many people as I can. I'm pretty sure once I beat the main baddie, I lose out on the opportunity to do anything else. 11 just gives me a guy at the end of a hallway, so we'll go ahead and take that guy out. Alright, I think this guy just has a bunch of Rattata. He literally exists. Nope, Rattata and Ekans. He literally exists just to be a distraction. But keep in mind, Gen 5, Game Freak decided we're going to throw out the entirety of the Pokedex we have so far. And then make a brand new one with all new Pokemon. And we're going to make it so that you can't run into any of the old Gen Pokemon until you beat the main game. And have the national dex. Now, that was a ballsy move. And genuinely speaking, I feel like Gen 5 could have been great because of it. The problem is, they did something to the experience system to make Gen 5 just atrociously horrible. If I'm remembering correctly, allow me to recall as best I can, they made it so that any experience you gain, if you are stronger than the Pokemon you are training against, you gain much less experience than if you were training against them when you were a lower level. Like, it's all proportional and it all sucks. And that's why Gen 5 lost out on being something that, or lost out on the potential to be something that was great. Because story-wise, it was great. A lot of people liked N. Getsus was a douche. Personally speaking, I liked a decent number of the designs of the Pokemon in Gen 5. It wasn't 100% my favorite game. Because that benefit goes to Gold, Silver, Crystal, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver. Like, I enjoyed the Gen 2 games, even though they did kind of like expose me to what nostalgia is at a really early age before I should even know what it is. But I do like those games. They are fun. They were fun for me. The headbutt mechanic being added expanded how you could catch Pokemon, which is great. The first ever Wandering Legendaries was a great move. Adding the day-night cycle was a good addition too. The friendship mechanic was a good one. Like, it added a lot to the game in that generation. Hello. That is a fair assessment of your current situation. But yeah, Gen 2 will probably always be my favorite, with Gen 3 being the close second. I think what it was is just that it's weird to describe it, especially considering, like, Game Boy era and Game Boy Advance era, the quote-unquote colors of the games were middling at best. Like, they were mediocre compared to today. But the colors felt more vibrant, if that makes sense. And this isn't just nostalgia talking, like, while playing those games, it felt like the colors were genuinely brighter. Gen 4 came along and made it feel a little... What's TM26? I also got a rare candy, and I want to use that on... I'll use it on Sandwich. Try and keep them as close to as possible with levels, because training is a problem. Oh my goodness! Finally, we got Earthquake. We can get that to our Lemonhead. We need that for Lemonhead. Who I need it. I need to train up after the Psychic Gym, so I'm gonna probably have to do that off camera again. More off camera training! Yay! Myrtle ate me! Okay, we won't go into the portal yet because we haven't cleared off all the lower floors just yet, but we're going to go ahead and do this guy here. I hit the wrong button, I'm sorry. At least this guy knows what's up with my Pokemon. They adore me. I give them candies! And I make them use the same move over and over again. It's great. But yeah, Gen 2, the colors felt, they felt brighter than Gen 1, but once I got to the Gen 1 area, it felt like the colors darkened a little bit. Even though I know they haven't, but, like, it's just the emotion that it was invoking for me. In Gen 3, the colors were way brighter. Mainly because it was all new. And I remember blues and reds being a very common thing. Like, mentally. And I think that genuinely is because of the blue and red of Ruby and Sapphire. And then, Gen 4, the colors kind of toned down a little bit. They were still, like, pretty vibrant, but not, like, overbearingly so. It felt like a more mature level of brightness, or of vibrancy. Like, the game had game felt like it had a more mature feel to it. Like, this game is our 4th game, we know what we're doing. Here's how we're going to show it to you. Who all have I faced? Have I cleared this floor out yet? No, I haven't. I faced you yet? Yes. Let me talk to this guy. I don't think he's the Lapras guy. I think the Lapras guy is coming up, though. I wonder if Silph is finished. I don't think so, but I think you guys are going to have time to spend trying to get everything back and chill. You know, back in working order and all that stuff. There's usually a time where you have to take the time in order to do that. Haven't faced you yet. There's a bunch of people locked in here, which I need to help. And there's a guy at the end of the hall that I need to deal with. Gen 5 was a weird one for me. It felt like... It felt like a completely different palette being used. Like a color palette being used. Like, I wouldn't say it was brighter, but it was definitely a little dulled down, but the color was still there. Gen 6 kind of felt like it used that same color palette, but brought it up in brightness. It made everything feel... It felt like they achieved what they wanted to achieve with Gen 5 through Gen 6. They wanted to make a new game and breathe life back into the game. And they did that with, like, Make Evolution and shit like that. That was Gen 6. Gen 7, it felt like Gen 3 again with the brightness. But a lot of the stuff that happened in the game muddled down that brightness. Like, made it less enjoyable. Or rather, it distracted me from enjoying it. So, like, an example, I always say... Whenever I'm explaining Gen 7 to people, I always say that it holds your hand through the, like, beginning and end of the game. And the reason I make that exaggeration, because it is kind of an exaggeration, but it's not a full-on exaggeration. For a lot of the game, you are being spoon-fed pretty much the entirety of the game. Yeah, I already... Nope, I didn't get the same. Calcium. That's the special stat. In later games, it's a special defense. I think. I cannot remember. Here we go. I'm struggling to remember the 6th Spider-Man. Oh well. So, at the beginning of the game, you go through, like, probably close to an hour and a half of text boxes. And it's the first, like, not even the first island of the game, it's like the first... like, quote-unquote gym, because they don't have gyms in Gen 7, they have challenges, island challenges. But it's basically gyms. Which, by the way, the island trials were a great freaking, change of pace for gym puzzles. From gym puzzles. One of them had you gathering ingredients to make a stew to attract the totem Pokemon. Another one had you play a guessing game or a memory game, and that's just really fun. Like, that's creative. I like that kind of creativity in a game. Yeah, I think I've cleared out all the floors, so let me leave the building because I need to drop off Biscuit. But yeah, no, from the when you start the game to the first part of the island trials, you spend so much time just going through what is quote-unquote the story of the game, and it's just non-stop talking. It's just text boxes. It's just like, please give me the freedom to play this game the way I want to play it. Let me play the game. That's what I want to do. I want to play the game. But I can't play the game if you don't let me play the game. And that's what that's what it feels like throughout the entirety of Pokemon Sun and Moon. I think Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon fixed that for the most part, but it was still a lot of text boxes. Just so many text boxes. What floor do I need to be on? I think it was one of the upper floors. I think it was like 9. It was 9. So I believe we fought everybody in here. If we haven't, that's unfortunate. I was trying to free everybody and beat the crap out of all the bad guys. I was trying to be a good hero. But, then we get to Gen 8, which is the Galar region, and the colors just feel muddled. And kind of the same for Scarlet version, now that I think about it. No, wait a minute. Where did I end up? Hang on! I'm lost. No, I'm not. I'm in the right place. I'm where I need to be. Ta-da! You are a dick! This is like... This is just a big FU to me as a protagonist. So basically what's going on is our rival, who has no association with Team Rocket whatsoever, is saying, I know you're busy being a hero and stuff like that. Let me stand in your way and fight you. Oh no. That's fine, I can handle this. His next choice will be Execute, who we switch out for our Nightmare Crit Machine. Body Slam because I don't have Slash. Okay, Payday. Okay, that makes sense, actually. There we go. Ooh, Oregano leveled up. Next up is Gyarados, who we will switch out for Gummy yet again, whose accuracy stat has now reset. We will use Psychic. Try for an Oko. We did not get an Oko. Kind of non-effective. But you know what? It's fine. Because he uses Alakazam next, who we have Swift for. Oko, 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 Oko. Damn it. I should resist this because I am Psychic as well. That was a crit. Yeah, I'm fine. And now the last Pokemon we deal with is his Charizard, who we surf into submission. A pretty decent boss fight. Like, what were you... So what I don't get about my rival in this regard... Free Lapras. What will we name you? Do I have enough space for this? I hope I do. Looks like I do. I shall name you Ice Cream! I should have named it Slushy. I'm dumb. It's so pretty, I love it! It's also weak as shit. But, so, yeah, the rival comes in, tries to kick our butt, and gatekeeps us from saving the day, which... in a sense, does make a little bit of sense as a rival, but then doesn't do anything to stop the Team Rocket. Because he said, like, basically the gist of what they were saying was, oh, these guys are no match for me, blah, 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 blah. Okay, then why didn't you continue on and fight the big bad? Why are you waiting for me to do it? Is it because you think that your team is tired and needs a break? Well, newsflash, douchebag, I ain't your freaking errand boy. By the way, this is the last Team Rocket grunt we gotta deal with. And Starmie just absolutely destroys this entire area. I'm hitting the wrong button again. But no, like, it makes, like, my rival makes zero sense, and I don't understand, like, why they have this. I guess it's because they're the grandchild of the Pokemon professor, who is, like, a famous celebrity. And it genuinely irritates me when somebody has, like, that is okay, so that's basically just leading to nepotism. You didn't even give me a chance to walk away, douche. Did I face him in the casino? I think I faced him in the casino. I think I can just keep you out. And slam you with psychics. But I hate nepotism with a fiery passion. And for those that don't know, Nepotism is when a person enters a position or business through sheer relationship alone. Meaning, so as an example, say I am the owner of a big conglomerate business, and I have family who know about this, and I know one of them's looking for a job. I must go, but I shall return. I must go, my people need me! Oh, I can access a PC here. I didn't think that was a thing. Hello, lady! She gives me nothing. It's sad. We have saved Silph. Hooray! We've got ourselves a Master Ball, and that's basically it. That's the Silph Co building. We succeeded. We win. Woo. But anyways, we're going to pretend that I am the uncle of a kid who wants to get hired at my big conglomerate business. So I'm like, okay, rather than starting you out at the lowest position possible so that you can work your way up, I'm just going to give you a managerial position, regardless of your qualifications and stuff like that. That's pretty much what nepotism is. There are cases where it can seem like nepotism, but it is not. As an example, I used to work in construction for my uncle's company. He hired me, A, because I needed a job, and B, because he figured I would be a good employee. For the most part, I was a decent employee. Although, let me point this out right now. Holy crap, waking up at 4 a.m. every day just to get to a freaking place that's like 3 hours away is a nightmare. To every one of you construction workers who watches my videos, I thank you for everything you do. You are amazing. Just keep doing what you're doing, but don't overdo it. Oh, I have such a respect for construction workers, to be honest. But that is not a form of nepotism. Another example, example would be one of my previous jobs. I was working at a Walmart. I know, it was horrible. Nobody was hired based on relations per se, but there was instances where there were employees who were hired who just so happened to be related to other people in the company or the store. But they weren't hired because they were... I don't need you anymore. Oh, I'm withdrawing. I don't want to withdraw. I want to deposit. I'm hitting the wrong buttons again. Give me a minute. My brain does not want to work. Deposit you. I'm done with the card key. You. Just so I don't use you by accident. I think I'm done with the bicycle. I'm done with the Poke Flute. No, I'm not. I have one more Pokemon I need to fight. You know what? I'm going to avoid fighting him as much as possible. Because I can. But yeah, I gotta tame up, I gotta train up, Lapras. But anyways, going back to my story. Those people weren't hired through nepotism. It was more of a coincidence that they were all hired. But it could probably seem like they were hired through nepotism if the wrong situation occurred. And usually what can be construed as the wrong situation in that regard is a person gets hired, they're not really a good worker. They think they're a good worker because their ego is out of whack. And then they get talked down, they get a talking to for messing up, and then they find out, oh, this person was hired and their mother just so happens to be one of the team leads or the store, not the store manager, because that's actually a big no-no in the store regardless of what goes on, but one of the team leads and stuff like that. that person will then claim, oh, they were hired through nepotism or something like that, rather than the the hiree's own skill set. And that's why it's always important to try and view things critically. That way you can determine whether or not, yes, nepotism was a thing. Yes, there's a conflict of interest. Yes, this, that. It's important to understand that things are not way we see them the first time. Whenever we look at something the first time, we don't have the full story. We need to gather the full story before we can make a full-on assumption. That's why patience is such an important thing, because that's a part of... Patience is basically what makes sure that we don't screw that kind of stuff up, because if you're not careful, you can royally make things horrible. But anyways, I'm going to call it here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, that we can see more content like this in the future. And if you come back on the regular and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's free. It helps out a ton. I'm greatly appreciative. And if you could share this video with your friends, your family, share this video with your favorite managers and bosses. I'd appreciate that as well. And as always, I will see you as we continue our adventures in Pokemon Blue, the Nuzlocke. Bye-bye!